Let's take a listen to what Custom Opto is doing to this vocal in the context of the mix.
I can't breathe. I can't fight it here tonight. I can't breathe. I can't fight it here tonight.
Custom Opto is the most flexible, hot-rodded opto compressor ever, and I'm going to show you why in only a few minutes. I'm working on the mix of an indie pop track, and I want to add some flavor with Custom Opto. Let's take a listen where we're starting.
La 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 la, I'm falling. La, can't breathe. Tell me, baby. La, you falling.
The first thing I'm hearing is that the lead vocal could use a bit more punch and aggressiveness. It's falling into the mix a bit too much. I'm going to use Custom Opto to try to bring it right to the forefront of the mix. Let's add it in our VMR chain.
I can't breathe. I can't fight it here tonight. I can't breathe. I can't fight it here tonight.
Already I'm getting a much rounder and fatter vocal, which is exactly what I want and expect out of an opto compressor. But now I want to play around with these tone settings. I like to think of these tone settings as different shades of opto compression. It's almost like I've patched in 5 unique opto compressors and I'm just auditioning between them.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
So already I'm hearing some really nice variations on the Classic Opto sound with this tone knob. It's not like I'm pulling up a completely different type of compressor. It's more like I'm just auditioning different opto cells. All opto cells age and they all age differently, and this tone knob emulates that.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Smooth is really nice for vocals. I could see myself using this on a lot of vocalists. It kind of flattens out the transient and consonant sounds of the vocal in a really pleasing way.
I can't breathe. I can't fight it here tonight.
Warm adds a bit of fatness to the lows. It's not what I want on this particular vocal, but I could see this being really useful if you had a thin vocal to start with.
I can't breathe. I can't fight it here tonight.
Aggro is exactly what I'm looking for on this vocal. It adds a bit of edginess to the presence area of the vocal, which is going to help it sit perfectly in the mix.
I can't breathe. I can't fight it here tonight.
Airy is really nice as well. It's bringing out the super high frequencies of this vocal a bit more than I want for this mix, so I'm going to go back to Aggro. I can tweak the speed setting to adjust the timings of this compressor as well, which is really useful for getting a lot more range out of it. I want this vocal to be a bit punchier, so I'm going to slow the speed down.
I can't breathe. I can't fight it here tonight. I can't breathe. I can't fight it here tonight.
Those consonants have just a bit more edge to them with the slower speed. Let's take a listen to what Custom Opto is doing to this vocal in the context of the mix.
I can't breathe. I can't fight it here tonight. I can't breathe. I can't fight it here tonight. I can't breathe. I can't fight it here tonight.
So we're really pulling this vocal into focus here with Custom Opto. It sounds like the vocalist took a big step forward, which is exactly what we needed on this mix. Now let's move on to the electric bass, which is really driving the groove in the chorus of this song. I want to see if we can warm it up with Custom Opto a bit. We can see that I originally had FG2A on this chain, which I really like actually, but let's try to swap it out for Custom Opto and see if we can get something even better. So I just set Custom Opto to achieve about the same amount of gain reduction as I was getting with FG2A, but now I want to play around with this tone setting. I really like the warm setting on this bass. It's giving it a bit more power in the lows and just making the bass feel more solid overall. I also like that I can nudge the ratio up to make this compressor work a little harder. This bass is sounding fantastic after these tweaks to Custom Opto. And of course, FG2A was sounding great as well, but Custom Opto just opened up a whole new world of possibilities with the tone setting and the ratio control. Let's take a listen in the context of the mix.
Can't breathe. I'm falling.
Custom Opto is a fantastic mix bus compressor as well. Let's try it out on this mix.
I'm falling. Can't breathe. I'm falling. Can't breathe. Tell me, baby, you're falling. You're falling, yeah. And love with me.
I like turning stereo link on when I'm using Custom Opto as a mix bus compressor. And I also like playing with the ratio to bring it down a bit, make it a little bit more gentle. Now I'm gonna flip through these tone settings and see which one I like best.
I'm falling. Can't breathe. I'm falling. Can't breathe. Tell me, baby, you're falling.
I like each one of these tone settings, and honestly, I could see a good reason for choosing any one of them. Warm really emphasizes the lows in a nice way. If this was a more hip-hop or trap-style pop track, I might go in that direction. Airy stood out to me because it slightly emphasized all the sparkly percussive elements that are going on in this track.
I'm falling. Can't breathe. I'm falling.
I think I'm gonna go with Airy on this one, and now I wanna play with the speed knob to adjust the timings.
I'm falling. Can't breathe. I'm falling. Can't breathe. Tell me, baby, you're falling.
I love what happens when I turn the speed knob down on this mix. It makes it a bit punchier, and I especially hear it on the kicks. It just feels a little bit snappier.
I'm falling. Can't breathe. I'm falling.
Of course, I can do some parallel processing with the mix knob as well.
I'm falling. Can't breathe. I'm falling.
So let's listen before and after this mix bus compression.
I'm falling. Can't breathe. I'm falling. Can't breathe. Tell me, baby.
It's really gluing the track together in a nice way. I love it. So those are just some of the possibilities of what you can achieve with Custom Opto. You can see that it really is an incredibly versatile compressor that gives you so much control over your mix. We can't wait to see how you use it. Happy mixing. Get Custom Opto exclusively in the Slate Digital All Access Pass, which includes over $5,000 worth of award-winning plugins, the Netflix of synths with the Anna 2 Ultra Bundle, tons of royalty-free sample packs, masterclasses, mix templates, and practice sessions, all starting at just $9.99 per month.